Hello, I don't know if you've just seen Boris at Prime Minister's Question Time, a very subdued Prime Minister there, giving a very creditable performance, actually. I think he might just have rescued his job, but only for the time being. I think the Conservative Party is going to take the view that there really isn't an alternative lined up to take over the role of Prime Minister at the moment. That is my judgment, and I think it probably is theirs as well. And I think in the long term, Boris will go. In the short term, he might survive. The apology was not as cheap as some of the apologies that we often hear. I'm sorry that you are upset. It wasn't that. It was a genuine apology, so thank God for that. I loathe the I'm sorry, you seem upset. In fact, when someone does that, I tend to put the phone down if it's on the phone. But he appreciates the point. He repeats again and again to Keir Starmer the fact that he thought that what he was entering was a work event, and he regrets that things were not done differently. So we can almost certainly expect to see resignations, though not Boris's. Is his apology worthless, which is what Keir Starmer says? No, I don't think so. And he also acknowledged again and again the sacrifices that people have made and the lives that were lost. I was very pleased that Boris also acknowledged the story of the MP's mother-in-law dying alone. It's a horrific story and one that needs to be repeated again and again. It's not often a Member of Parliament breaks down in the chamber, and it made a big impression. Boris needs to be more generous to people who have suffered during this pandemic, and possibly that is a way. A contrite politician, a contrite Prime Minister may well be a good thing for us all. A Prime Minister who recognises that people have suffered. This may be good, rather than a Prime Minister who is so flushed with his own ego that he doesn't acknowledge that there's anybody else in the way and anybody else who matters. This Prime Minister is not going to make that mistake now, I believe. I believe this Prime Minister has turned a corner. At least he's said those words, and he can be held to those words. I think this is positive. What happens at the inquiry, God knows. But I suspect the inquiry will follow the route that he has already sketched out. On the other hand, we saw for the first time, I think, since he became leader of the opposition, we saw for the first time why Keir Starmer is or was a brilliant prosecutor. It was the first time we saw him handle the case and not let go. And I thought that was remarkable. For the first time since he became leader of the opposition, I saw prime ministerial material there. For the first time. So I would like to see Keir Starmer build on this. This is sounding a little bit like a school report. Boris has scored possibly a D with a review, maybe bringing it up to a C and a pass. But Keir Starmer has got a B plus, maybe an A minus. And as for the jibe about lying, I think that was one of the best pieces of parliamentary language that I have ever heard. So Keir Starmer managed to say in the chamber that Boris was lying without actually saying so, and the Speaker of the House of Commons accepted it. The public, he can't ignore the fact that the public think that he is lying through his teeth. An absolutely staggeringly outrageous and brilliant piece of political theatre. And he gets my backing absolutely for that. A lawyer, finally, who's worth his weight at the ballot box. So thank you, Sir Keir, for finally showing what you're made of. And as for Boris, yeah, I think It's the beginning of a long run out, but it won't happen for quite a while. That's my summary. Please do follow the channel, do leave your comments, and do ring the bell, and I'd really love to hear what you think of Boris's performance.